Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Here we are out in the backyard. Thought I'd give you a quick tour of kind of what's going on. Here's one of my desert rose trees. It's blooming. Just recently repotted this guy. And over here I've got my largest desert rose. The trunk is probably twice as thick as the one that we just looked at there. Again, it's starting to bloom. And it's pretty happy. And just put my hand here so you can see how big the trunk is. This one was just recently repotted too into a bigger pot. So, and over here is where I've got all my trees set up, and I've got this cage. It's kind of a net around them, just keep the squirrels off. I had a big squirrel issue last year. Thought I'd show you a little bit of what this net looks like. It just ties onto this metal frame, and the doors, if you want to call them that, can zip open, and it's pretty good quality. It wasn't that expensive, and if you need something like this or want to look at something like this, I'll put a link down below. But real easy to put together. I put it together myself. It's easier if you have two people, especially when you're putting the net over it, but the zipper's good quality. I unzip it every day to water the trees. And then around here on the top edges close to the fence, I put some metal screening just to discourage the squirrels from wanting to chew on the corners or anything. It's a metal just window screen that I wired to it just to add a little bit more protection. It's also a little bit of a sunshade, so it helps keep some of the hot summer sun off the trees. So, all right, so let's step on in here and take a look at the trees. So first up, I've got a Japanese maple. And next is a Portulacaria afra lilliput, a little one. Here's another Portulacaria afra, decent size. Another PA planted in a rock planter. And this next one up is what I call my big guy, and it is my largest Portulacaria, and it's probably 15 to 16 years old. I've had it for quite a while. This little thing was a cutting that grew from a leaf, and I'm just leaving it there so it looks like a little bush. And here's a Portulacaria afra lilliput. And next up is a Chinese elm, and you're looking at the backs of some of these trees because I turn them around just to keep the sun hits this side of it more, so I just keep them turned around, kind of turn them around, rotate them. There was a little lilliput, and here's a water jasmine. It's one I picked up earlier this spring. I'm really liking the tree. It's got these little white blooms that kind of hang down on it. It's been blooming like crazy here in this warm weather, so like I said, pretty happy with this tree so far. And this next one up is a ficus that I've kind of needs a haircut. Probably be making a video on this, doing some pruning, maybe some wiring, but I've got it styled in kind of a windswept style. It's got a nice thick trunk on it. Looks like some of these roots are kind of just grabbing the soil to keep it in there, but it's work in progress, but so far so good. So next over here I've got a few little cuttings, little new desert roses starting. Some Portulacaria. I'll move this one out of the way so you can see here's my windswept Portulacaria afra. It's got a nice trunk on it. Some of these are a little bit hard to see. It's a little crowded. Next up, here's the Portulacaria afra lilliput. And then behind this little ficus here is my Frank Yee cork bark jade. It's coming along quite nice. It's starting to rough up a little bit on the bark. And here's a little ficus in training. It's got a nice curvy trunk on it. And here's a Green Island ficus. that I picked up this spring. This is the back side of it again. Let me move this out of the way, and behind it I've got a miniature crepe myrtle. I'm hoping it blooms this year. It hasn't bloomed. I bought it in the summer last year and it didn't bloom, so I'm hoping it will this year. Here is a little boxwood that I just potted up this year. Haven't pruned it yet or styled it. I just potted it. Back here is a ficus I've got kind of growing. It's a kind of a raft style. And here in front, this is a melon seed ficus. It's got a nice little rough bark on it. It's going to be, I'll probably be repotting that here soon. And here's another ficus that I trunk chopped. It was one of those store-bought, S-curve trunks, and I've been letting it grow out, and I trunk chopped it, and the whole top of it is all new growth. I'll show you the cut point here. But all the limbs on top are new since I cut that. I think I cut it was either 1 or 2 years ago. And there's another ficus back there. It's got to grow out some. It's kind of thin, but it's coming along. And here's another Porch Area Afro Lilliput. And back here on this shelf, it's just kind of some nursery stock. Here's a Little John Bottlebrush, another boxwood back there, some Chinese elm cuttings. Got a Primna right there. There's a bougainvillea back there that I just pruned up. Some ficus cuttings, some Porch Area Afro cuttings. And here is my cotoneaster. It just needs pruned up. And then here are some more desert rose. These are a little bit smaller. I like this one. It's got white ruffly blooms on it. It's got a little pink margin on it. I really like this one. This one here is one. It's another white one. It hasn't bloomed yet, but it's getting close. Here's another one that's white. I trunk chopped that one earlier this year just to have it kind of a short, squatty style. Here's another one that I grew from a cutting. This has got that white and red bloom that I showed you at the beginning. It was cutting off of one of those larger trees. And then here's just some cuttings, Porch Area Afro cuttings. And over here are my raft style Porch Area Afros. Here's my larger one here. Needs a haircut. And here's my smaller one here. I just did a video on this one, so it does have a haircut now. And then on this bottom shelf, a few more Porch Area Afra. There's a cutting from my Frankie tree. Another Porch Area Afra. And another one. And these are all decent size. Some of them just came from a nursery stock container from a big box store. Here's some of my new trees. This one's a lavender starflower, and it's blooming. It's got these nice little purple flowers on it. And next one is a Barbados cherry. It hasn't bloomed yet, but it's got some buds on it, so hopefully I'll see some blooms soon. And here's another Porch Area Afra. And that's pretty much all the trees. Let me step out here and then I'll show you kind of my outdoor setup where I work on my trees. So here's the bench I've got outside. Excuse the mess. I've kind of got a little tree I'm working on, getting ready to repot it. But you can see I've got some miscellaneous pots up here. But yeah, it's under the patio, so it's shaded, and really enjoy working out here. All right, that's going to be the end of the tour. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next video.